Good morning. I'm Andy from Teensy Roamer, and today we'll be going to Bull Creek. It's a pretty cool little park. I'm at a park right now up north in Cedar Park, Texas. It's really big and sprawled out. It has a track field, soccer field, walking trails. It's really nice here. Um, but the place I want to take you to is much further south from here. Figured we'd just start with a cup of coffee. Ah, I did doordashing last night till like, I want to say like 11-ish, where I just wanted to go to bed. Uh, the orders just wouldn't stop. So, yeah, kind of had some fun. Got to go to this big industrial plant with security gates and barbed wire and stuff. I came flying up to the security gate, and the delivery was for the security officer running the gate. So on the GPS, you look down and you really want to get these deliveries done quick. And this was a 14-mile delivery. So I'm flying down this road, and lo and behold, the checkpoint comes up, and that's where I'm supposed to drop it off. So I um I make it so like I'm kind of like almost on the like in the middle on the far left side of the road. But it's in line to where they're standing, so they're kind of like not sure what's going on, and I was just like, oh crap, just don't draw your weapon. I'm just a driver. Oh, that was epic, man. I was like, no, I got a dash here. And he's like, yeah, it's for me from Chili's, right? I was like, yeah. Well, it's funny. Oh, I don't know what to do with dash long term, you know. So I wanted to do a maybe like a dash along the way. So like I don't know, there's some cities along the way, towns along the way. I'm wondering if I'd be able to plug into those areas while I'm dashing to kind of earn the gas money to justify uh, the travel, right? So we're going to think about that next couple of days and then make a decision and head out. I think it's might be worthwhile to do that instead of trying to generate all the money I need here in Austin, right? There are plenty of cities like San Antonio, Dallas, uh, Houston, all of those areas like Katy, Texas. They're big, and I guarantee you they have a lot of deliveries. I don't know if they have coverage though, so I'd have to actually like either Google or look it up. All right, so let me set that aside and start with my hot water. There you go. Oh, but yeah, I had a good night's sleep last night. You know, the strangest thing happened. I was sleeping at the lake, um, and I guess two guys rolled up in a car. One got out with a Bluetooth speaker at 3 in the morning and started jamming, right? And it says probably mental or something like that. I don't know. Like there's that's not normal. So I guess he was just sitting there listening to music at like 3 a.m. and thought it was cool. It's like boom, 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 boom. It was just hilarious, you know. And I guess he sat there for like 20 minutes, and then his buddy came and picked him up. But it was, I guess you just had to be there, right? It's who does that, right? At 3 in the morning, listens to loud music at a park in the middle of the night. I mean, I understand it's like Austin doesn't sleep, really. We're like 24-hour city, really. You know, so makes sense. You just got off work and you want to blow off some steam, but you know, you should be respectful because there are houses on that lake and sound does like echo across the lake. It's probably not smart. Well, it's definitely not smart, but it's not respectful. And the litter is becoming a problem over there. I picked up like five just pieces of garbage. There's McDonald's wrappers everywhere. Man, people don't take care of the nice things they have. It's weird. DoorDashing, guys, I'm telling you, I lost. I want to say, okay, so I went on a diet and I intentionally lost like maybe like 18 pounds. But when I started dashing, I lost like 10 pounds right off that. So, well, maybe not 10, probably like five. So I am trying to get down to like 150 something, and I'm almost there. But the thing is like my clothes, right? I had size 36, then 34. I'm wearing 32s, and the 32s are starting to slip. Without a belt, I don't know if I could pull it off, right? So, oh, my water's done. Oh. So I'm going to go to Savers and see if I can find some shorts, or maybe even shorts and pants. Well, it's a nice situation to be in when you're losing weight, when you're dropping weight. That is nice. That's so nice. Oh, yeah, you get a lot of steps in dashing, and so with Dash, I guess I'm part of a beta or something like that. I'm not sure, but um, they gave me two orders right next to each other, so I basically could walk between the two restaurants and pick up two orders and then drive them out. And the deliveries were in a way that they were in a chain. So they're starting to get more efficient, and so it's more profitable, right? Because I'm basically just picking up two orders and driving two orders, but getting, like maybe $7, $8 an order. So maybe it's $12 to $16 total on average because it's happened more than once. I like those. So, you do two of those an hour, you're 24 bucks an hour more, right? So that's good. That's where we need to be. Bare minimum. That's minimum. Things are working a little bit better with DoorDash right now. But I'm kind of working in an area where I know there's orders, right? Oh, I was gonna park local to where I was driving, where I was dashing, and you just get those feelings where you can almost see like a knock coming, right? And I mean, I was just driving by, but just something told me, Just keep driving, go over to this other town." And I did, and I ended up in a pretty cool spot. But when I got there, there was almost no one there, no cars, nice and secluded area away from trafficked areas. And I was hungry. So I made more spam and rice and finished off that last of the spam. But it got me thinking, you can save a lot of money. Like I took that one can of spam for 2.38 at Aldi's, chopped it up into thirds, which I kind of think was too much, really, honestly. Well, maybe because I unevenly sliced the first one was more like a little less than half, right? So it's like zero point 0.4. So I don't know. That first cut was I probably should be a little bit more, um, I don't know, a little bit more even in my distribution or cut, like divvying up, proportioning of the meat. So I think you could get four meals out of a can of spam. But I don't know if I'd want to eat 4 days in a row spam. So I thought about like just chucking the last bit, but I was hungry and I had minute rice. I had some onions. Didn't have any broccoli though. But I made a quick meal at 11 o'clock at night in my van. That just blows my mind, right? I was like, come on already. Oh, watching some YouTubers right now where um, maybe perhaps at the start of his channel. I'm not sure about the timeline, but he bought a brand new van in that year, 2015, maybe 2017. And the van is now at the end of its life. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure he used all of his resources to buy that van because just, watching the channel, I probably won't mention it, but the name of the channel, but he's struggling and he's basically trying different things to keep the engine going, and it only has like 80,000 miles on it or 90,000 miles on it, and it's a Ford or maybe the Dodge. It's the Dodge Transit, Dodge version of the Transit, the small one, and because it's got a Chrysler engine in it, which piqued my interest because I have, but my engine's like a 3.6 liter German engineered beast, so I really don't have I don't have any issues. Like I had the previous version of this van and I loved it and it had a lot of miles on it. And this version's doing great. We had a critter get in there and chew up some wires that I had repaired a while ago and everything was fine, but now it's getting colder and that O2 sensor, the heated O2 sensor kind of tripped a warning, and I think there might be a rat chew on one of the wires because all I did is wiggled it like trying to see. It wasn't bright enough, and my trouble light is broken, so I threw that away. Um, so basically, I tried to bend it and see, and it, I cleared the code and it hasn't come back since. But it's gotten warmer. We'll see. It's highly computerized, these Chrysler engines, and I don't know which version he had, but yeah, there's coils on the plugs. There's plugs you could do. There's all kinds of things you can do to improve performance. Um, there's another van lifer also in the same situation where she brought the van in because it kept stalling. And the thing is like you really need to, honestly, even if you trust the mechanic, in my opinion, you need to have your own code reader, and you can get them off Amazon, Bluetooth. Put an app on your phone. You don't want an app, get the code reader right off the device for 14 bucks or so, and learn and Google the code yourself. But the whole thing circles back to money, right? With DoorDash, at least I could subsidize this endeavor and bring you guys videos and footage of interesting places, while the channel grows enough to where maybe it would pay for itself. But even looking at some of these van lifers that have been around for 7, 8 years, their vans now depleted, like I've been telling you, and they have no, presumably they have no savings, right? The van shouldn't be at the end of its life and then be like, oh crap, what do I do? All along the way, there should have been money set aside to if you're going to do van life for your home, then you better be planning for your next home because cars don't last forever. DoorDash economics in a van don't work, but DoorDash economics in a Fiat or a smart car in a city environment is good. So, are there any cities where you can get real estate and establish a home base where the land is cheap and maybe you have just a faucet, right? I don't need running water or sewer. I mean, that might be nice, put an outhouse in. I don't know what I would do. But I don't know that I'd want the expense of utilities other than maybe drill my own well. Because I have solar, like I could build a solar shed and all of that, and also a little homesteading too, But being within driving distance of a city and then going out and dashing to pay the taxes, to pay the gas, to do the save the money for the treks and stuff like that. Again, like ultimately, I do bonsai too. So if I homestead, I'm going to be doing bonsai. So I want an area where there's rain. So if it's Texas, then that's Houston. That's why I was wanting to look at El Campo because it's kind of close to the coast, but far enough inland to where if a hurricane were to hit, it would already be like Cat 1 by the time it got to me. Um, yeah, Montgomery, Alabama was really my sweet spot, I thought, but it's really far away, and I'm wondering how much revenue I'd be able to generate doing DoorDash in Montgomery. I would imagine there's a lot of competition in drivers in Montgomery driving down the cost, which is really good for Dash, but really bad for the drivers and the people who have to replace their cars. I was thinking about Montgomery, Alabama. They have a lot of inventory on realtor.com at least. You presume it's real. I haven't actually visually been there yet, but at least in the MLS they have listings where they're sub 15, 20 grand. And if they're small enough, then at least then the drywall, the flooring, all of that, the total expenditures probably wouldn't be more than 20 grand worst case scenario, because it's just 3 or 4 rooms. So it's like you buy a home for 15, 16, 18 grand, put 20 grand in, and then you rent it out. Well, that's an income stream. Do one and then the next one. The thing is, I'm too old. Building this van has taught me that maybe I could do it once, but it would take everything I had. And also I have I have nerve damage. So I have the whole left side of my body pretty much is numb constantly. So like this area here is all surface numbness, and this finger and half of this finger are always numb, like right now. And then I also have that carpal tunnel, so sometimes my whole wrist and palm hurt. I have nerve damage, so well, left side of my body is pretty much not as strong, and it's always in like a state of pain. I mean, I programmed my brain to tune it out, but it's still there, right? And then when you have other stressors involved, it makes all of it unbearable. So that's probably the primary reason why I'm in a van, because I was in a very toxic relationship, extremely toxic, totally being used for whatever little bit I could contribute, because the income balance was way out of whack. Um, mm, but just circling back to the van, right, and flipping houses and all that. I probably could build a couple vans. Vans are small, but the thing is like the minute something goes wrong, someone's going to sue you. You know what I mean? I mean, you could always think the best of people, but when their lives are at stake and they're on the side of the road, or they pretty much saved up or borrowed money to buy something and it doesn't work the way that had initially been expected to work, that becomes like an issue. So I'm not sure with liability that I would want to do vans. By my own standards, this is like mediocre. This is my mediocre. I know on camera it looks good, um, but like I take the time, I lay things out in CAD, and every screw, every joint is planned. This thing again was basically just by eye. I just kept building it due to time constraints. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of zeroing in on what I want to do, and so we're definitely doing the road tripping. So that's definitely something we're doing, and today you'll see some of that. Never. Hey guys, we made it to Bull Creek Park, and I'm about to have lunch, and after lunch we'll go for a walk. Quick cheese sandwich, some chips, and I typically don't do mayo or anything like that. I had a good lunch though. Come on, let's go. All right, guys, as promised, here's Bull Creek Park. Check it out. Oh, wow, yeah. Nice. Yeah, the water's a little low right now. We didn't get much rain this year. Look at all those little minnows. Oh, some of them are getting bigger. These look like cichlids. Wow, that one over there is really big. We were just standing over there. Wow, I didn't realize how much that overhang, how far out that jetted. Wow. Oh, look at that one tree, though. Look at that one tree. Like it's floating on a rock. You know, I used to take the kids here, we used to like be able to, so the water would be a little bit higher and moving much, much faster, especially after a rain. And we would slide down this edge right here and down these grooves and then down the waterfall. Like you literally could ride the waterfall down on a full, when this was full, because there's just so much water you float. It hurts your butt a little bit, but it's not so bad. Oh, wow, that is cold. See, the thing is I think these bowl formations were caused by previous falls, waterfalls. So if we're here and there were past waterfalls, right? I don't know if you can kind of get the scale of this. That would mean the creek once ran all the way up there at some point. Wow. So this was all carved out by water. Eons. During the summer, if we have nice water, you know, a good rainfall in the spring, there'd be so much more water in here, and you'd have people in inner tubes just floating around, splashing, having fun. This is a really cool hangout spot if there's water. Like right now, the water's all murky and gross because whatever percentage or parts per million per bacteria there was, well, now there's a lot less water. There's probably 20% of the water that it normally sees. So there's probably a very high concentration of bacteria in here at this point. Yeah, I wouldn't go swimming in here. It needs a nice rainfall to wash it out. So these were once undercut too by the water, if you notice. That's just sandstone, right? So this was once ocean floor millions of years ago. That's just sandstone. But yeah, it was undercut and then it fell down. Like that side over there is eventually going to get to the point where it'll cut and crack. Like that's probably, that piece right there is falling off that spot right there. So that's what happens when it cracks. That must have been a pretty big flood that happened to get that rock all the way over there moved. You know? Wow. Acid rain will do that too, you know. That calcium carbonate gets cut right down, dissolved away once you get acid rain. These little minnows, when I would have my lunch upstream from here, I would dip my feet in the creek and they would come and they would nibble at my toes to give me a pedicure. It was really cool. So you can see that there must have been a waterfall right above here at some point, right? So yeah, that makes sense because you can see it was cutting out right here, and then that would be the center point. So there was once a waterfall right in line with the center of the creek. Ooh, that was some walk. It's hot out there. Wow, under the sun it's probably close to 90, but it's a dry heat. So that's Bull Creek. I love it. Yeah, it's a great place to take a walk. I'm not so sure you're supposed to bring dogs here, but people do anyway. I remember this one time I was eating lunch at work down here at the creek, and a dog walked over my sandwich and stepped in it. Like I was just sitting there having lunch, and it was an off leash experience, and the owner was far behind, and the dog got ahead, and his big old, I think it was a German Shepherd, right? Or maybe it was a Golden Retriever. It put its, like its paw print was literally in my sandwich, my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I was like, bro, your dog, he's in my sandwich. I literally said that. I literally said that, man. That was so funny. He goes, dogs will be dogs. I go, yep. Now I can't eat. I can't get over the stratification of these sandstones, you know, over the eons. Wow, like how many layers is that this canyon was carved, and how much time did that take? Because that sandstone's pretty solid. I think the Texas Hill Country, that this is what it's known for, is that sandstone, calcium carbonate, limestone, the canyons, all of that which you've seen. I think on my way out, I might take you up this really, really big hill so that you can experience firsthand how steep some of the hills are. Not all of them, but some of them. Wow. Kind of like San Francisco, right? I think, yeah, San Francisco has some pretty steep hills. Yeah, I might go ahead and hit my mister up. Let's see here. Oh, nice. For added effect. Oh my goodness, it just dropped like 10 degrees in here. Nice. Oh, we're in the third week of October and it's probably still touching 100 in certain parts. I can't believe it. This is probably one of the hottest um, seasons that I've experienced since I've been here. Crazy, crazy hot. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's like straight up. Oh, there's someone stopping too. Oh, imagine stopping at the midpoint of that hill and then having your brakes fail. Oh, let's go. Come on, Romer. You got this. Hey, this is a pretty good stress test. I have to tell you though, I'm scared. Like, I'm literally nervous. Oh my lord. Oh, if I look back, like, I guess I'm scared of heights. So, yeah. Oh, coming down. You guys want to go down? Let's do it again. But there you go. I mean, that's crazy. Whoa, Tesla. Looks like they're going to make the road a lot wider, which is cool. I did a delivery over here in the dark and then came down that hill. I don't know how I got up here, honestly, because I don't remember going too high. But I remember going down that hill in the dark. Oh boy. Let's find a safe place to turn around. Oh, this is so crazy. Yeah, but this is like the best part. Wow, those tracks need a little oil. Yeah, sounds like my jack. Oh boy. Alright, so now I should, don't tell me I'm going down. Someone give me a left turn already. I say we go down. Let's try and do a U-turn here and see what we get. Oh, there's a porta potty. This 183 is probably that way. It's how I got over in this area here. And then the maps pulled me back the other way. Why, I don't know, but it did. Oh, we're going down. I wonder if I should use manual. Oh Lord, if my brakes... Oh, I'm gonna be sweating this whole time. I guess if you live around here, you get used to that hill. But I tell you what, in the wintertime, I would not even, unless my car had all-wheel drive, I wouldn't even bother. I'd stay on this side of the hill. Oh, do I throw my arms up in the air like a roller coaster? Or not? Imagine getting a blowout going down that hill. And the roads, my gosh, they're all bumpy. I got my shocks. So I I woke up from my nap and I fired up Dash, and there's not much going on over here. I'm probably going to head up north, hang out a little bit, and then start. But this is what I wanted to show you, that hill going up, and you can see off in the distance there the opposite canyon going up. Oh, look at that. We're like my hands are sweating, right? And you could see like I used to ski, and the hardest part of skiing was can I downshift? Does it let me do? Yeah, it lets me go downshift. I'm gonna actually manually. Oh my gosh. No! I'm in second gear, right? I'm only at 1500 RPMs, which isn't really a lot. Wow. I don't want to ride my brakes either, because they can overheat. The cars are pulling out in front of us. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, don't pull out. Don't you pull out. Oh, back on flat ground. Oh my Lord. Well, that's what I wanted to show you guys. I hope you liked it as much as I did. Like, my palms are sweating. Like, that was just crazy. Totally crazy. All right, let me drive. Bye. Hey guys, it's the end of the night, and I just got done dashing, and I'm at a Walmart parking lot. About to have a cup of tea. Oh, it was a long day today. Very long day today. That is crazy. But all in all, I had a decent day. Can't complain. I have to pick tires out for the van. I had a thing today in traffic where it was kind of like you can make a right turn, but I thought the lane would be dedicated, but it wasn't. And so I look in my mirror and there's a car barreling towards me. So I had to basically give a lot of gas and stuff, and I did. And the one tire that's bald on the right side is it just spun. How's that possible? Like, you're doing 30 miles an hour and you punch it to the floor and your tire spins? I mean, is that normal? Yeah. In this car, yeah. But it's got a lot of power, you know? Oh, wow. Oh, that is good tea. For now, it's probably just going to be peanut butter and honey. I'm not looking forward to these tires, right? Because the cheapest tire you can get is like, what, 80 bucks? And it only lasts like 40,000 miles. Well, it's warranted for 40, but good luck ever getting a tire place to actually, you know, honor the warranty, to be like, oh, well, that was road hazard. You should have gotten the road hazard insurance. This is more like not a manufacturer's defect. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Hopefully tomorrow I can maybe I'll go to the library, and where the bandwidth is a little bit better, because in the Walmart parking lot, I'm probably a little bit too far away from the main building. The Wi-Fi is not very good there. But I just uploaded a video from the McDonald's parking lot like a block over, and after I was done, I just drove off. Although that McDonald's is a 24-hour McDonald's. I might want to consider a night there too while I'm in this area. Yeah. Wonder if discount tire is worth it. Every time I try, it's like 160 a tire. With the rate Romer gets flat tires and screws and stuff, it'd never last 80,000 miles. All right, guys, I guess I'm going to head off and scroll and watch some YouTubes and relax a little bit, trying to figure out how I'm going to do them tires tomorrow, or at least figure out what I'm going to do with those tires tomorrow. Yeah, because I want to do basically the two front tires and then take the good front tire and put it in the back corner where I got that flat. So I have two brand new tires and two almost new tires. Halfway. All right, guys, I really appreciate you watching. If you made it this far, you're a champ. No, for real, for real. Um, Guys, I really appreciate you watching. If possible, give the video a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I think that you're gonna like today's video, but yeah, I think the next one you're gonna like a little bit more. Probably like a little bit more. A little less nature, a little more man-made stuff. Ah, yeah, I don't want to give it away. Might be obvious though. All right, guys, I'm Andy from Teensy Roamer, and I hope you all have a good night. Bye.